What'd you say? Looks like you're about to hang yourself.
No, there's this streak of light down the middle of my screen, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And there was one of the ceiling lights was pointed straight at the camera. Oh man, I gotta get rid of that towel. That's gross.
The Lord told me to tell you, wake up, wake up, wake up.
You look like a fool.
Why are you drinking Pedialyte?
I'm thirsty.
How was my day?
How's the seminarian?
The seminarian's fine. Why are you wear take those off?
This is the season finale of Burt and Friends in the Morning with Hepler.
Episode 4 is the season finale.
Yep.
And how long till next season starts?
Maybe a couple weeks. It'll be a new format. I'm already sick of this one. I'm over it.
Just like the stuff that you talk about, or
It'll be just movie based.
well, why didn't you have me on that one then?
You'll come back for that one.
All right.
This one might be that.
I will have to watch a movie though for that one.
No, I'm thinking I have someone on and they tell me their favorite movie and they tell me why it's their favorite movie.
Avatar.
And I try to tell you why that's not a good movie.
It's just you debating someone on their favorite movie.
I just want to hear what people's favorite movies are.
What's your favorite movie? La La Land?
No.
Is it?
It's a Wonderful Life might be number one.
I feel like you said that over break.
I did. I love that movie.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie all the way through.
You've never seen that movie?
Just parts of it. No.
This is why I think that would be a good podcast. It gets people to see. What's your favorite movie? I've probably not seen it.
My favorite movie?
All time.
Dude,
I'm going to probably be It's a Wonderful Life or Silver Linings Playbook.
I don't know. I feel like my favorite movie should be something that hasn't come out recently. No, that's an awful movie.
I love that movie.
No, you don't.
That movie's so sad. You think that's a bad movie or just a sad movie?
It's not a bad movie. I wouldn't recommend it.
Why not?
I do not enjoy it. I think it's super boring. Maybe it was just the theater experience that ruined it. Well, we went to Manchester by the Sea. This was 2018, I think. There was like a 2-year stretch where we were just going and seeing movies just to see movies, especially near the Oscars. We were trying to see all the Oscar movies.
It was 2016. It was our freshman year of college.
Which
makes sense.
We went on a Saturday morning, I think, like one of the 9 a.m. matinees. And the place was pretty packed. I think it was packed when we bought our tickets. So we had to sit in the back row and we show up and just everyone's age 65 and over. Everyone's retired.
How you know it's a good movie?
No, it's not how you know it's a good movie.
A really good movie. Didn't it won a bunch?
It wasn't a bad movie. Hail Caesar is a bad movie.
That's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Hail Caesar?
And I think it's just because it was so hyped up. There were so many people in it.
That plot made no sense at all. And it was just comedy how bad and stupid it was.
And there were so many people in it. It was Coen Brothers, Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum.
When Tatum comes out of the ocean standing on a submarine at the end.
And he steals, doesn't he drop the thing that they've been looking for?
The money or whatever it was, he drops it in the ocean. Yes.
And that's just the end of it. And then there's something with a dog, isn't there?
There's isn't he holding a dog or something? I don't know. There's some dog involved. But there's a bunch of weird musical scenes and it just jumps around.
It doesn't
that scene when they're all dressed up in their hats and suits just running around the bar or whatever.
Yeah. That's the only thing
I hate that movie.
Those are the 2 things I remember.
I still have that movie ticket in my room and I don't know why.
We want to go through all of my movie tickets?
You save all of them? You have a jar?
Not all of them.
I feel like a dozen of these I went to with
Licorice Pizza. You did not go to that.
I want to see that movie.
Come on. You'd probably.
I
you
don't
wouldn't
even
like
know
it.
what that
That's
is.
like Manchester by the Sea. You wouldn't like it. Avengers Endgame. You probably went with me to that.
No, I went to that up here in Minnesota.
Wow, bummer. Overlord. Something with zombies. It's like a zombie World War II movie. Parasite. That was a good one. I went to that one.
I heard. I think I'm like 1 for 6 on movies that you've named so far. that I've gone
Halloween.
to. Which one?
Peanut Butter Falcon.
That was one I tried to stream and I could not.
You never saw it?
No, I wanted to see that movie.
You would like that.
That movie I made an effort to try to see and it didn't happen.
I went to this one with my grandma. Little Women.
Did you have like 4 Little Women tickets in there, Brett, or just the one?
This one also might be Little Women.
How many times do you see that movie?
I think twice. Avengers Infinity War.
Hate that movie.
I don't like any of the Marvel movies anymore. I hate them. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker.
Skywalker. I might have saw that one with you. I don't know.
Jojo Rabbit. Great movie.
Still haven't seen that movie. Want to see that movie. That's Aaron's favorite movie.
Really? Is Aaron?
Yeah, Aaron.
Can Aaron hear me?
Jojo Rabbit. Is that favorite movie? She's nodding.
That's in my top 10.
Brett says it's in his top 10.
Very, very good.
No, I want to see that movie.
Avengers Infinity War.
Again?
I don't know how many times I saw that. Creed 2.
Good movie.
The Favorite.
What's the favorite?
Emma Stone.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. I did not want to see that movie.
Oops. Knives Out.
Oops.
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, that movie was
Not very good. Uncut Gems. Did you go to see that
movie? I might have saw that with you.
2001: A Space Odyssey in IMAX.
Want to see? Haven't seen that.
You should see.
When did that come out?
It was.
Was that like a rerun?
Yeah, in IMAX. It was really good. A Star Is Born. Very sad movie.
That was like my top movie of that year.
That's
two.
I think that's sadder than Manchester by the Sea.
That was 2018.
Crazy Rich Asians. Good movie.
I saw that on the plane.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I had to go back and watch the last 15 minutes because the plane hit our descent right as the movie was ending. I didn't get to finish.
How does it end?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
First Man. Ryan Gosling space movie. It's an okay movie. Really good music though. Beautiful Boy, I'd have to guess. No, I didn't see that.
I wanted to see that one. Yes, you have.
No, I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it on TV. I don't know.
I know you really love that.
Oh, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. The Mr. Rogers thing.
I think I saw that one with you.
No.
No? We went to... Didn't we go to the Middleton one to see that movie? Like, that was the only place it was showing, and we drove out there to see it.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. There's 2 Mr. Rogers movies that I saw.
No, this was the documentary one.
Ooh, Dark Knight. That's an old one.
Is that like when it came out? Like 2008? There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah. Might have been opening night. I don't know if that's mine. That might be my sister's. Won't You Be My Neighbor?
No, that's the one I saw.
So
I saw that one with you.
Okay.
I didn't see the other one.
It Chapter 2. The other one's really good. Joker. I saw that with Preston. That was the last time we were cordial.
Do you hate Preston? That's the question we need to ask. Do you hate Preston?
1917.
No. All right, we're going back to that question after. 1917 was good.
Mid-90s. Jesus,
good movie. I saw that on Hulu.
That's a really good movie. That was my favorite one of that year. Spider-Man Into the Multiverse.
Is that the best Spider-Man movie still? No.
First one is.
The original is the best Spider-Man movie?
I'd go original, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and then the second. And then all the other ones suck. This one says American.
You didn't like the new one?
No, I really don't. I like Tom Holland and stuff, but I don't like the superhero movies anymore. That's
Well,
all.
was that the best Tom Holland Spider-Man movie?
This last one?
Yeah.
No, I think the first one was.
I think the Tom Holland ones got
could
better as they
rewatch-
went.
None of the movies are rewatchable. I don't care to go back and watch them.
No, I would agree with that. Well, there's not a story to them. It's just all about the action, which you can go watch another movie if you want that. Do you watch any of the like Disney Plus series?
I watched 2 episodes of Boba Fett, then I quit watching it. It was bad.
I think I'm just gonna wait for them like all to come out and then watch them at once.
Yeah, maybe I should do that. I got really bored. What's the other thing? There's Loki. I never even watched that.
I watched the first episode of that with Tate. That one I think I could get into. That episode was cool. That seems like a cool series.
What was that other one? That Black Widow movie? Did you ever?
No, I do not want to watch Black
Did you
Widow.
watch any of it?
No, the movie or
the movie?
No,
it's super dark. Like,
no, I do not like Scarlett Johansson. I'm not gonna watch that movie.
The plot of it is super dark. It's like
I heard that movie was bad.
I thought it was good, but it was like children. It was like she had to stop like a children's sex. It wasn't children's sex ring, but it was like children being like moved around, sold. It was very strange. I don't know how Disney, why would they chose to go that route with it. Sports Zone. Sports Zone. Tom Brady. Do you have any words to say about the man, the myth, the legend?
I don't think he's a myth.
The dirty cheat? The dirty wanker?
He definitely cheated some. I don't know. I am not sad that I will never have to see him play football again.
I'm not sad at all.
I do wish that he would have came back for one more year though.
Why?
I wanted him to stick it to Adam Schefter and everyone at ESPN.
He still could.
He won't. There's no way. That's the only reason. I cannot stand Adam Schefter and all that, and I think it was crap. And Tom Brady should have just like said, "Okay, you're
so
wrong."
Shitty. That was shitty on Schefter, because he clearly was just trying to have like one weekend with his family, and then announce it.
Mm-hmm. Adam Schefter, he releases a lot of fake news and breaks a lot of untrue stories.
That was true. It happened.
I'm not saying this one wasn't true, but it could have been untrue because of what he said.
What do you mean?
Well, Tom Brady was going to retire, but that could have been like, all right, well, guess I'm not now. I think Tom Brady seals Rodgers coming back though, because Rodgers doesn't want to retire the same year as Tom.
If he retired the same year as Tom Brady, that'd be the best Hall of Fame.
Big Ben, Tom Brady, and Rodgers all in 1 year.
Those are 3 great guys. Big Ben.
There's only 2 slots into the Hall of Fame, which 2 out of 3 are getting in. If you could only pick 2 out of those 3 guys,
who the fuck do you think would be the 2?
I mean, obviously Rodgers is better, but Ben's probably had a better career.
I guess. Except no. He's had such a downfall the past like 5 years. Rodgers hasn't. Rodgers doesn't fall off until the playoffs happen. Then things get. I fucking hate Rodgers.
You could say the same thing about Ben.
I hate Rodgers so much.
Do you want him to come back?
I don't care anymore. He pisses me off. I like him, but he chokes in the playoffs. 1 year he didn't, and everyone thinks he's a god, including me. And now I'm starting to second guess myself. Do you believe in God?
Yes, Brett, I believe in God.
Aaron Rodgers? Do you believe in Aaron Rodgers?
Nope.
I don't either. Not anymore.
No, I've never liked Rodgers.
Yeah, he's an oddball. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo that doesn't think he's a weirdo.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like him more, but I definitely like paying attention to him more with all the political crap that's gone on with him this year.
Because you like to just see Packers fall apart.
I do like seeing the Packers fall apart.
You like to see turmoil.
That's okay. As long as Joe Burrow wins the Super Bowl, I'll be happy. I do not want to see Odell win a ring.
I think they're going to.
I didn't care about the Bengals winning the Super Bowl. I just did not want the Rams to. And if San Francisco wouldn't have choked that game, I would have been just so relieved.
I hope Jameis Winston comes back to the Bucs and is their savior.
No.
Jameis Winston's probably my second favorite quarterback in the NFL. No, third favorite quarterback.
Jameis Winston does some of the funniest things. Am I the best dressed person on this podcast thus
Yeah,
far?
why did you dress up?
I didn't. This is what I wore to class today. I have to wear a tie every day, and
what do you do for classes? What is
What
this
do I
thing
do
hearing all about?
I have class Monday through Friday, 8 to 12:30. I have 4 classes a day, every day.
That sounds
We
great.
have some of them are more practical theology, just stuff you like do in the church, running a church, how to manage and build relationships and stuff. Some of it is learning like just history and actual stuff that happens in the Bible. Some of it's going through your Greek and Hebrew and actually breaking down the verses in the original language. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of reading and a lot of dull reading sometimes.
Awful. Do they teach you how to maintain the church, like plumbing and carpentry?
I don't know.
God, leave it up to him.
I mean, it'll all work out. Sure, God works everything for good.
Everybody has those days. Everybody makes mistakes.
Stop! Don't quote Hannah Montana. Dude, you want to hear the funniest story that I've heard in a long time?
Sure.
I heard this story last week. We had some friends over, and so one of my buddies, he's type 1 diabetic.
That is funny.
And he was telling this story about when like he used to go to camp during the summer, but it was like a diabetic camp. So all the kids there were like had type 1 or most of them were type 1 diabetic, I think. And so they'd have like the people that were specially trained and everything. And I don't know what the age groups were, but there had to have been some younger kids, maybe elementary, middle school, up to like some early high school kids. And he was in the older group, and he was talking about like, so with diabetes, you have to take your insulin and stuff before meals.
Yeah.
And he said they every year grilled cheese day was like the day that the older kids would have like their grilled cheese eating contests. And so what would happen would be that before the meal, all the kids would like say how many grilled cheeses they were going to have. So they'd have to take their right amount of insulin for their meal. And then, so camp counselors or people, they'd have all the kids take their insulin, but they wouldn't realize that all the older kids were like going to have these grilled cheese eating contests. So the older kids would go and steal all the grilled cheeses, and they would eat like 15, 20 grilled cheeses racing each other. And they would run out of grilled cheeses for all the other kids. So the kids would take too much insulin and they wouldn't have any grilled cheese to eat. So their blood sugar would drop. And these kids were like all like passing out because they didn't have enough blood sugar. And he was talking about how the kids would just be pounding juices and milks, just trying to race their blood sugars back up. It was so funny.
That sounds terrible.
It is terrible, but it's a really funny thing to think about. Just thinking about kids not being able to eat and having yes, because they gave themselves too much insulin because they weren't able to eat the food they thought they were going to be able to eat.
That's just kind of fucked up. I don't know.
It's funny though.
Kind of.
Everyone, I mean, like it worked out. Like clearly the older kids were in the wrong, but they don't care. But just like visualizing just all these young kids just trying to down juices as fast as possible so they don't die.
About the poor camp counselors that are like, these children are dying.
Hey, the counselors are at fault too. The fact that they couldn't, the fact that they couldn't, like, so he said they had a system where they would go up and they would like swipe all the grilled cheeses from a plate and bring them back to their tables. And the fact that the counselors couldn't recognize that these kids were eating like dozens of grilled cheeses is
I don't think
if
I saw that happening, I would just let them do that. I wouldn't think about the other kids like taking way too much insulin. I wouldn't think 2 steps ahead.
But they weren't taking too much because they were taking the right amount for like a grilled cheese.
Well, yeah, I know. They
didn't have any food because everything was eaten.
It's a fucked up story. That reminds me of that movie, that Fat Camp movie. I don't know if that's what it's called. With Ben Stiller.
No. Is this after Dodgeball? Is this like a sequel to Dodgeball?
It was before Dodgeball. It's not on anything because it's like super not politically correct, and it's really funny.
All I know is the South Park Fat Camp episode.
It's probably the same. It's the same idea, but they made it like it was on Disney. It was a Disney movie.
Of course, it was.
And it was just like making fun of fat kids. It was really weird. Actually, no, it's like his character from Dodgeball. But this Fat Camp movie was a bunch of fat kids, and Ben Stiller was like, "If you eat this candy, I will kill you." and it was like that was like the whole joke.
All right, now that you say this sounds familiar.
And they're like hoarding candy under their beds, and they're like, we need to hide it, or
I've definitely seen this movie. I definitely have seen this movie.
It's a really funny movie. And then they have to like beat it.
Yes. No, I saw this movie like a year or two ago.
It's a good movie.
And they don't like lock Ben Stiller in, like they duct tape him or lock him in a shed or something.
They do something fucked up to him.
Yes, I know this movie.
Go watch
I do know this movie.
I wonder if that's on Disney. I might watch that tonight.
I have seen this movie.
It's a great movie.
Yes, that kid. Oh no, it's Heavyweights.
It's called Heavyweights?
Yes, it's definitely called Heavyweights. Yeah, Ben Stiller is like another one of those psycho like ninja fitness gurus. And
why was that like his character? There was another movie he did that too.
No, this movie is very funny.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I have seen this movie before.
They used to be on Disney all the time. I would watch that.
No, I saw this movie on TV. I didn't like watch it on a streaming service.
Huh. Well, good.
But maybe it's on Disney Plus. That'd be kind of fun.
Maybe. It might be on Hulu.
Next time you have season 2 or whatever, when we're reviewing movies, we are going to review Heavyweights.
You want? Okay. Yeah.
When are you going to watch Good Place?
I should start watching that. Is that on Netflix?
Yeah.
What am I watching right now?
It's only 4 seasons. It's a pretty quick watch.
I've heard it's really good.
The first season is really good. After that, it kind of goes downhill. It never gets bad.
Well, then I don't.
The first season is the best one.
That makes me not want to watch it.
The ending is so trippy, though. I did not like the ending. It messes with my head.
Aren't they in like purgatory the whole time and they're trying to go to heaven? Is that the idea?
I don't want to tell you. I don't want to spoil it.
Well, that's just the plot. I'll look it up then.
I didn't even know. I knew absolutely nothing going into it. Spoilers. You want me? But the more you look into it, it's going to ruin the first season for you and subsequent seasons. Don't look up the plot. I thought there's no research on this podcast. Everything is speculation.
Yeah, so I'll speculate that it's not a good show and I shouldn't watch it.
It is a good show. You'll like it.
I'll watch it.
It's just 4 seasons. It's not super long. You watch so much TV as it is. You'll go through that so fast.
I need to finish Euphoria.
Hey, if you want movies, you should get Tommy on this podcast. That's all Tommy does is watches movies and sitcoms every single day.
Like what? Maybe I'll have him on the new podcast.
Yeah. You should have Tommy on. He could talk movies with you for a while.
What's his favorite movie?
Probably Hot Rod.
Okay, I don't know if I want to talk to him about movies. I like Hot Rod, but I don't know.
You could have Erin on the podcast. Erin probably doesn't know much about movies. She hates movies.
Though, if her saying Jojo Rabbit's her favorite, I think she knows movies.
She doesn't watch movies though. She only watches sitcoms. She could tell you anything about any sitcom.
New Girl?
Yeah, you've seen New Girl, right? She shrugged. I don't know if that's a yes, she's seen it or no. She's seen part of it.
How I Met Your Mother?
Him Yum? No, you haven't seen
that?
No,
okay. Then she can't tell me everything. Just caught her in a lie.
All right, you did. I guess she is.
Well, I guess you lied.
0 for 2.
She didn't say anything.
I've never heard someone name a series that she hasn't seen.
She hasn't seen Him Yum?
I guess. I assume she had. No. I'm too loyal to Friends. But now that Friends is... Well, Can I even watch Him Yum? Is it on anything that I have access to?
I don't know.
All the stupid sitcoms keep getting thrown to new platforms.
No, it probably is on Hulu.
If it's on Hulu, maybe I'll watch it.
It's so long though.
I know.
I think it's like 12 seasons.
I love Friends, but I'm not gonna put an effort to watch Friends.
I think if you like Friends, I think you would like How I Met Your Mother.
I know, but I'm afraid I'm gonna like it more than Friends, and I don't want to have that thought.
Will.
Remember, you guys always fought me on this.
I've never seen Friends, and I never will.
I love Friends.
How I Met Your Mother's very good. You should watch Arrested Development. You ever watch that?
Arrested Development, I'd want to see. I think Aaron's seen that.
That's so weird. Job. That's Will Arnett's name in it.
B.O.B. G.O.B. Job.
Yeah, Job. And he's just like a fuck up that does nothing right. Beginning of the pandemic, I watched Breaking Bad. You should watch that.
I think my dad binges a lot of shows now.
That's a binge. You can watch that easy.
I don't know if I want to.
You'd like it.
There's some shows that I just don't want to see because I don't want to ever be in a conversation with people about these shows.
Why?
I just get so annoyed about people talking about some of these shows. And I just want to say I haven't seen it, so I don't care.
Who do you get annoyed by?
Everyone.
Breaking Bad.
I can't name specifically the show or the person, but Breaking Bad is one of those. Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones.
I don't like Game of Thrones anymore.
Why do you keep putting those glasses on?
Are
those blue light glasses?
Yes.
Okay.
Felix Gray. That's our first sponsor of this show. Felix Gray. Go get your spectacles now.
This is not sponsored.
For
hey,
50% off, you can use the code Burt and Friends.
No, it's I don't know how much longer this is going because this has been a while. I don't care how much longer it goes. And I think this is the longest podcast to date, which I'm happy about because 30 minutes is not long enough. However, at least before we end,
it's a season finale. It's the grand.
I want to ask about these presents that you got Aaron and I.
Okay.
I know you brought them up on the last podcast or 2 podcasts ago.
Yes.
And as soon as I got the present or you said you were sending a gift, I knew why you had gotten it, but why the socks?
I don't know.
I understand the tie because I specifically said a tie.
Well, because you guys were talking about you brought up that you called me out that I didn't give you a wedding gift.
It wasn't a call out though.
Well, you just brought it up and I was like,
I did get brought up. The funniest part about, and that's fine. And I thank you for the gifts. They're good gifts. Aaron's wore the socks pretty much every other day. I wore the tie one time. The material for the tie is like super plastic and not great, but it's a cool design and it works.
No, yeah, that's what I was kind of scared of. Amazon sucks. Fuck Amazon. Anti-sponsor. Fuck Amazon. Screw you, Amazon. Continue.
What was I gonna say? Oh, but the funniest part of that podcast was why you got the gift. And Javante is like, well, he said we didn't need to get him a gift. And you're like, well, that's something that people say. And he's like, no, it's like Javante had his out. Like he was never wanted to give a gift. And as soon as I said that, it's like, good, I'm off the hook, which was super funny.
Yeah, you don't give Javante even an inch. He will just be like, okay, I do not ever have to give you anything ever again.
Javante has to give me $300 is what he has to give me.
I think he's just trying to manifest not having to pay you $300.
He will always try to manifest that.
You bought him that TV, didn't you?
He paid me back for the TV.
Okay.
At least most of it. It was all other stuff. Movie tickets. The million times we went to Quaker Steak and Lube.
It was mostly Quaker Steak.
I paid for him like 4 times at Quaker.
And how much was that?
Each time was like $25 or so.
Yeah, something like that. So you have 100 there.
It was like 20, I guess.
That was our freshman year of college. You paid.
Dude, we went 7 straight weeks.
Yeah, that was disgusting. That tasted so good though.
And then it closed. We ran him out of business.
We did.
No, that was just a terrible business model on their part.
They don't do that anywhere else.
I don't
That was
know.
just that Quaker steak? Because
I
that
don't
was
know.
bad. There was always
We were not the only ones in there going in to eat 30 wings
like,
every Thursday.
There was always people there. It wasn't like we were the only people.
I don't know. It's not a terrible thing, but all you can eat wings for $15 is definitely a lot for them.
That was the ritual every Wednesday.
And then we'd come back and play Madden and have weird experiences in the dorm.
Like your roommate that looked like Sam Mendes.
He was Sam Mendes.
We would come back. I would be like passed out because I was so sick from eating so many wings. And I'd wake up and that one time he came back. It was like the first time he ever drank. And he was like green, wasn't he?
That was the night that he was on the toilet for 2 hours. He was sitting in the bathroom.
So bad. That was disgusting.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this Sam Mendes looking ass? Do you ever talk? Wasn't his name Sam?
Sam, yeah. Sam and Sam.
You ever talk to him?
Sam and Sean. Sorry, I guess it's not Sam Mendes.
Have I been saying Sam Mendes this whole time?
I don't know, but now you might have been.
I think I was. Sean Mendes.
Sean Mendes. His name was Sam, and he looked like Mendes.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely was saying Sam that entire time. Sean Mendes. Sam Mendes. Should have brought him to the wedding. Should have invited him.
I haven't spoken to him since that semester.
That's too bad. Obituary corner. Nobody died this week.
You say that every week?
No. Last week, Meatloaf died.
Meatloaf?
Meatloaf.
Who's Meatloaf?
You don't know who Meatloaf is?
No.
He was a singer.
Dude, this man looks like who's the one guy?
Meatloaf?
No.
He was called Meatloaf because his dad.
Why am I blanking?
A really thick boy as a young lad, and his dad called him Meatloaf, as Tyke brought up last episode.
He looks like Chris Farley mixed with Pennywise.
That's quite the mix. I have no idea what he looks like.
Just at least his Wikipedia photo does.
Well, he's dead now. R.I.P. Meatloaf. Do you know of anyone that died this past week?
I'm Googling it.
That takes the fun out of it.
What was this? Jay Mosley died on January 26th, some Walking Dead actor. I don't know how famous this guy is, though.
But that is a big name, I think.
I don't know. I've never seen the guy before.
What's his name?
I didn't break news. This happened.
You broke the news to me. What's the name?
Moses Mosley? What's the name? It's Moses J. Mosley, the actor who played a zombie on The Walking Dead.
Never mind.
He played a zombie.
That's not funny. How did you come across that?
I just googled celebrities who died recently.
Well, then nobody has died. That guy played a zombie.
No, the first name that came up was Meatloaf.
Okay, then. We did it right last week. R.I.P. Mosley. Once a zombie, always a zombie.
If he's a zombie, can he really die?
Do you believe in zombies?
No.
What about in Miami when that dude ate that other person's face?
Those guys are just all drugged out.
That was awesome. Bath salts?
Yeah. Bath salts don't make you a zombie. There's you literally just said what it was. It was bath salts.
That was fucked up. We were in like 8th grade.
I do remember this.
And then everyone kind of got
That was when we first found out what bath salts were.
Yeah, and then nothing happened after that. They're bath salts. I feel like you knew what bath salts were.
I don't know. I didn't know that people got high on them.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what we learned. Makes you hungry. Gives you the munchies. I'm homeless.
I guess.
No other deaths.
Yeah, are you guys gonna come up for the play?
Oh, that's the other thing. When is that?
It's the 1st and 2nd weekends of April.
Yeah, I don't know. I got.
Oh, dude, I got news. My family's getting a new dog at the end of the month.
What kind?
Another basset hound.
Is it really old?
No, they're not getting an old basset hound. This dog was born like the end of December.
Ooh,
I think they're naming her Annie.
Annie. I like that.
I like that.
That's some breaking news. That's our new segment, breaking news. You broke the news that guy died and that you're getting a new dog.
That wasn't breaking news.
I'm thinking of running from Madison to Minneapolis.
Milwaukee. No.
If I take 5 days off of work, I think I can
That's
do it
like
in 5 days.
200 miles. Oh, you're not gonna do it in one go?
No. Well, I would just run to a state park and sleep, and then run to another state park and sleep.
Do you have to run with a backpack on?
Yeah. Like a small one, like a camelback.
Just take a hammock.
All I would have is a hammock.
A hammock, yeah.
That's all I need. I think I could do it in 5 days.
That's so stupid, Brett.
I think it'd be fun to run to Minneapolis. No, I think I'm gonna try cross-country skiing across Lake Winona.
Actually, that's not too far.
It's not that far, but it could be dangerous. I'll bring a life vest.
If you break out in the middle, you're not going to be able to get out in time. You're going to die just out in the middle of the lake. You're not going to drown. You're just going to die of hypothermia.
That would suck. And I'd have those skis on. So I might just go around.
That's probably more dangerous. I mean, like, it's not more dangerous, but you're more likely to fall in on the edges.
It's pretty frozen, though.
How far across do you think it is?
Oh.
15 miles?
No.
10, 15? 5?
Close.
Yeah.
It's like 3.
That's not far. You could do it.
Not 15.
Yeah, you're right. It's 20 miles around.
No, it's not 20. It's 12.
Oh, it's a lot smaller than I thought.
It'd be like 10 miles around if I did the circumference. I might.
Probably not that dangerous. I don't know why that's like some huge feat.
That'd be fun.
Go do it across Lake Michigan.
Now is that frozen? I don't think that completely freezes.
I don't know.
There's waves and stuff. It definitely doesn't.
Yeah, you're right. Parts of it probably are.
That would be dangerous. I'd have to walk on water.
Dude, you and me are still going to bike to New York at some point.
That's what I'm working up to. I want to run somewhere very far away. Like LA.
No.
Or New York.
No, you don't. Let's bike to New York.
You don't even have a bike.
I can get a bike.
Well, you'll have to do that before we decide.
I'll take 2 weeks off of work at some point, and we will go bike to New York.
I brought this up once, like 2 years ago, and now
and I want to do it. That sounds so much fun.
I don't know if it would be. Did I ever tell you about that guy? That's why I'm interested in this. That guy that I followed that hiked from New York.
Yes, I followed him after you told me about him to Florida.
Yeah, and then he hiked for.
It took him like 3 months.
It was 1 month. I thought it was like 60 days. It was 2 months.
No, I remember this guy. I was following him during.
But the last day of the thing, he got there and then he got jumped, and they stole all this stuff. Do you remember that part?
No.
And he was like friends with Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, he was staying with a bunch of celebrities along the way.
No, he wasn't. You don't remember any of this. He was sleeping outside of Waffle Houses.
Yeah, but he met up with multiple people along that route. Like there were multiple celebrities who came out to meet him at some point.
No.
Yes, there were.
He was only friends with Miley and Liam Hemsworth.
Same thing.
No. And they never showed up.
Dude, Miley and Liam aren't even friends.
And he would, well, yeah. But
breaking news.
That is breaking news. Miley Cyrus has left her husband, Liam Hemsworth. But that dude, he would do live Instagram things every night, and there'd only be like 7 people in it. He wasn't.
Yeah, because the middle of the night.
Well, yeah. I don't know. That was so funny.
And you were one of the 7.
I'd be like, his name's Condor. I'd be like, yes. Go Condor, go. And he'd be like, thanks for the shout out, bro. That was awesome.
That's gonna be you
Well,
next.
that's what I'm interested in. I want to do that. I want to hike across America.
So far. Just go do one of the trail hikes then.
Like that.
What's the one near the Rockies that people do? What's that one called? Goes from like New Mexico up to like
Rocky Mountain.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
The Rocky Mountains are way too high. After driving through those this past spring, those were way too high to like do any hiking through that. Driving was bad enough. Have you ever driven through them?
No.
Crime. You got any crime?
Crime? Any crime?
Do you have any funny stories?
I almost got hit by some psycho college girl at MSU. This girl, I'm driving down the road, I'm at a red light, the light switches to green, and I start coming through, and this girl's coming the other direction, doesn't stop to look both ways, and just completely pulls out in front of me on a red light and just about hit me. I almost hit her. I kept my cool, but I was not happy. That's the only crime.
You didn't drive after. That's the only crime you've seen.
Well, I tried to get up to her, but it was a one lane, and then she turned off.
What were you
I wanted to like yell at her. What?
Well, that's not nice. You're just gonna yell at her?
I was gonna give her like one of these, but
you weren't gonna flip her off? Give her the bird? Show her who's boss? Whip out your pistol?
No. I don't do that.
You're a good.
That's not the Christian thing to do.
Pistol whipping?
Maybe in the movies.
Did I ever tell you the story about how there was like $80,000 in my backyard one morning when I was a young boy?
You're making this up.
There's a bank in my backyard next to Walgreens.
Yeah.
Someone robbed it, and they jumped up our fence and dropped all the money, and it was all inked like red. And it was over 80,000.
And did you guys pick it up?
And I look out the back door, or I look out my back window, I'm like, what's all that like red stuff? And then my parents look, and then a cop jumps our fence and has her gun out. And we were like, what the fuck is going on? And they had just ran through our backyard, and there was a car chase throughout Winona like the whole morning. And they caught him.
Well, it's Winona. There's not too many places to go.
It was very weird. The dude was blind in one eye too. He was a mess. That was, oh my god, that was the same guy that talked about murdering his wife at like very specifically. He was a political science teacher. And he was like, he got very vivid about it and talking about how he didn't have his medication to make him like feel good that day, so he just kept thinking about murdering his wife. And then we were all like, what the fuck? And then he like turned it into, so if this happened to someone legally, who would be at fault, the guy or the medication? And we were like, what the fuck? He was like, and he was completely serious. He was like, he let us out early that day because he wasn't feeling great. And we were like, is there someone we should go to tell about this? And he was like the head of the department. So he was everyone's boss. Oh, weather. How's the weather up there?
It's cold.
Cold?
It's very cold.
It's fucking terrible here.
The Minnesota Loons, not the Loons, the USA men's national soccer team is playing up in the cities right now. They're playing an outdoor game against Honduras, and it's like 5 degrees and windy right now.
Why?
I don't know. One of their
this very moment?
Yes. The game's probably halfway through or three-quarters of the way through.
That game. Are you not?
Tommy and I were talking about it, but as cold as it is right now, I don't think I would have enjoyed it.
That'd be kind of cool.
This is the coldest it's been all week. The wind chill's really bad today. It would have been cool.
It's okay today. It was warm as shit yesterday. Like 40.
Yeah, maybe down there. I don't know where you are.
Cold here. It wasn't warm there. I don't know.
Aaron's sisters are coming on next Wednesday, and I don't think they're ready for this cold.
Have they ever been out of Australia?
No.
Yeah, they're not gonna like it.
They've never been below freezing. They've never seen snow.
Wow.
And this isn't just like snow and below freezing. Like, this is cold.
Yeah,
We're gonna go up to the Boundary Waters though with school, so they'll definitely see snow up there.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have a terrible time.
No, they won't.
Does
It'll be
Aaron
fun.
like snow?
Yeah, she doesn't like the cold though.
Yeah.
Aaron will get dressed, then look at the temperature, and then change outfits and put something warmer on.
She doesn't just look at the temperature before she gets dressed?
No.
Well, that doesn't make sense. Is she able to hear me?
No, she left the room. Oh, no, she can hear. She's giving me a weird look.
She's right there.
Maybe you need to cut that part.
No, we're leaving everything.
Okay, this is a rant. I'll rant about this.
What?
So Erin was wearing her Converse, and she was wearing no-show socks. So she had like an inch of her ankle exposed. And I said, put on long socks. You're going to get cold. And she's like, that looks stupid. I don't want to pull my socks up over my pants. I said, put them under your pants. And she said, no, that's stupid.
What'd she have on? Jeans?
Yes.
Okay, then.
There's an inch of like a colored sock between your jeans and your shoes is stupid. I don't understand that.
I guess I'd have to see it. But right now, I'm 51% on your side.
Let us know in the comments what you think.
I think they would need to see it.
I feel like most girls would
I don't know.
understand the situation.
I don't know. Was she cold? You should have just let her be cold. Let her
I care about Erin. Why would I want her to be cold?
So she learned.
I was trying to help her.
I wear 2 pairs of socks every day.
That's dumb.
Final question of the podcast.
All right.
Sure, the season finale. Do you fear death?
Do I fear death? Is this like a specific question to me, or is this like a question that you would ask anyone?
Nope. This is season finale. Do you fear death?
Yes and no. Obviously,
I do. Yes or no, not yes.
No, I do not fear death. Because I believe in my Savior Jesus Christ, and I know when I die, I'm going to heaven. So when I die, life begins.
I don't fear death. Death fears me.
What movie is that from?
I just said it.
No, that's definitely from something.
No. Not that
Do
I
you
know.
fear death?
Nope. I have something to tell you.
Off air.
No, I'm not even gonna say it now.
Tell me this weekend.
No. What do you mean this weekend? Are you coming here this weekend?
No, call me this weekend and tell me. Or
Why
something.
do I have to tell you this weekend?
You said you're not going to tell me now.
No, it was a joke.
Tell the joke and cut it.
No.
Or don't cut it.
No.
Yes.
I'll tell you eventually sometime.
When is that?
When I think it would be funny.
You just thought it was funny right now.
I messed the joke up because I started laughing. The point was for me to not laugh.
All right.
I was going to seriously tell you that I hit somebody with my car last night and try not to laugh and see what you said.
With your car or the mail truck?
My car. Because I almost...
You didn't tell anyone?
Yes, that was the joke.
But did this actually happen?
I was going to be like, I hit somebody with my car.
But is this a joke or did this actually happen?
No, I was going to try to not laugh.
So you didn't hit someone?
No. I thought it would be funny if I just didn't laugh, but I couldn't not laugh.
It's an awful joke.
It would have been funnier if I didn't laugh. Try to say that without laughing.
I hit someone with my car last night. And didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, and didn't tell anyone. See, it would have been hilarious if I said it without laughing. Or at least see what you said.
I might steal that.
I don't think you can possibly say, you will start laughing. You can't say it.
No, I'll just ask people to say that without laughing.
I think it's impossible.
Next time I'm on season 2 or 3 or whatever it is, I will say that without laughing.
season 2 of us reviewing Heavyweights, the movie of Disney Channel with Ben Stiller. Now's the time we say so long.
Farewell. Okay.
Are you gonna say it back?
Now is the time we say so long. Farewell.
No, just say bye.
Bye, internet. Probably been an hour and a half. I don't know, but you're gonna cut it a lot. You're not frozen. You're just playing still. It took me a second.
So long.
See you, Brett.